another day and it's another beautiful episode of the Crystal Beauty Show. My name is Siafak M. Tonka, and today I'm going to be giving you something very, very unusual. I'm sure you have never ever heard of it, or even if you've heard of it, you have never understood exactly what it means. My guest today, Mr. I'm not going to call the name. You're going to see it when we come back from the break. Mr. Ade Joseph, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Um, okay, you mentioned my names already,
Okay.
but most people know me as I did Joseph. Some people get to know me as Mr. J. I'm a Cameroonian, based in Boya, Southwest region of Cameroon. Uh, a postgraduate student at the University of Boya, and I'm into theatre. The assistant director of Ideal Theatre Troupe and the co-founder of the same group as well.
Okay, you remember I told you that I'm going to be introducing you to something unusual today right now. Mr. Ade Joseph here is the director, the artistic director of the Ideal Theatre Troupe. I know this, some of you are hearing theatre for your first time, and some of you have been hearing theatre but do not know what theatre is. So this is a chance for you to explore the world of theatre. Now, if you don't know what theatre is, or if you've just been hearing it before, you can pick up a pen and a paper because this is where we're going to start writing, okay? Now, Mr. Ade Joseph, how long have you been into theatre?
I think since 2011.
2011.
2011.
Okay.
So that's about 10 years.
So before we dive into asking you questions on what is theater and everything, a lot of people out there, this could be maybe the first time they're ever hearing the word theater, or some people have been hearing theater but do not know what theater is. So can you enlighten us exactly on what is theater so that our viewers can
Okay,
get a scope?
for simple understanding, to forget about the academics, I would say theater is a live performance on stage or wherever we find ourselves. Our everyday life is all about theater, but the theater I'm talking about is having actors perform live in front of an audience using combination of costumes, makeup, lighting, sounds. So, in simple understanding, that is what theater is.
Okay, that is very, very beautiful.
Performing arts.
Okay, performing arts.
An aspect of performing arts.
Okay, an aspect of performing arts. I'm sure you're writing that because I told you to pick a pen and a paper, because it's going to not only going to entertain you, but it's also going to educate you. Okay, Mr. Ade Joseph. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself as a theater director?
Um, that's a journey back, some years back.
Okay.
2013, I believe so. When back in the days, the University of Boya, we needed executive for the UB Theatre Troupe.
Okay.
So I went in for the president of the UB Theatre Troupe and I lost. uh,
Okay.
I lost to a coursemate, Nessanita, and so I was like, okay, that's all. I don't want to do. I don't want to be anything anymore. So I was nominated for the director of the troupe, and I won that.
Okay.
And so that's where the journey began. And our first project, Level 400, we took Obsession by late Professor Anthony Tan. We did series of sketches in school, out of campus, and I had my first major project when I directed my production, um, my final year project, because in those days we were doing production, and then we do a report as part of our evaluation for a final project. So I happened to be the director, and then from there
Everything just
the
went
tire
okay.
kept rolling and rolling and
Okay.
rolling.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. Now, it said in the Bible that God says He knows the plan He has for us. He started us, He wanted to be the president of the UB Theatre Troupe, but ended up as a director, and now he's very, very popular and good at it. Now,
Really?
moving to the next question, Mr. Ade Joseph, in the entertainment industry we know of nowadays, we hear a lot of actors, movies, productions, and music and dance and everything, but we don't hear theatre. So, how do you survive in this summer? How do you survive as a thespian in this industry of ours that mostly celebrate other part of the art?
Um, from school, I've been taught, and I believe that and I've grown up with that doctrine that thespians are warriors, they are trained soldiers on stage. So we find ourselves struggling and surviving in the jungle, as you put it. Yeah, it's a challenging situation we find ourselves in Cameroon, where the music industry is there, the film industry is there. Theater was looking to find our feet. There's some school of thought who believe that theater in Cameroon exists just in Yaoundé. But I want to say that for for 3 years now, we've proven the point that theater exists and we can survive with theater in Southwest, despite the limitations, despite the difficulties, from logistics to finance to getting the appropriate scripts, getting the appropriate actors, getting equipment. We are surviving. It's just to keep pushing, believing, getting the right people, and know your target,
Okay.
and then things will work out.
Okay, that's very very beautiful. So in this challenging world of music and dance and acting, trying to cover the theater world, you're still succeeding. Okay,
I
so
say so.
Mr. Ade Joseph, when did you start doing theater professionally? You talked about you doing your project in
Yeah,
school as a thespian. So when did you start doing?
I would say 2014.
Okay, 2014.
2014, after we left the university, after our project, we left the university, we went to Yaoundé, me and some couple of friends and classmates.
Okay,
Well, about 6 of us went to Yaoundé with one of our lecturers, Zikoto Chaya Chamini, and we had a 1 month training in Yaoundé for performance. We were supposed to do a series of performance in Yaoundé, Garoua, and even some neighboring countries.
okay,
So we had that 1 month training coupled with what we've studied in school. So when we came back to Boya, I was like, okay, with all this knowledge we've acquired from school over 3 years of studies and 1 month in Yaoundé, let's put it to use. And
okay.
so that's how we rallied ourselves and got some friends together and we did our first performance on the 19th of November 2014, I think so.
Okay. If you were listening keenly in the when the show started, rather, sorry, when the show started, he said he is not only the director, the artistic director of the ID Theatre Troupe, but also the co-founder of the ID Theatre Troupe. And I must make you know that the ID Theatre Troupe is one of the most popular troupe, the most popular theatre troupe when it comes to theatre in Southwest region, if I'm correct.
Correct.
So now you are the co-founder of the ID Theatre Troupe. How did it all start? Can you give us a short story on how everything came?
Uh, like I said, after our workshop, we came back to Boya and I called the other co-founder, my friend Mavis, and okay, so this is what we've acquired, this is what we've gained um, in school and in our 1 month training in Yaoundé. So what do we do? What do we do with all these skills and knowledge that we've acquired? So we told ourselves, okay, we've done something in the past with our project in school, so why not bring it up and start from there? So we rallied some few people. We had the same cast. So hopefully, they were the cast we used for our project. They were still around. We rallied them together, brought in some new people, had some rehearsals for some few weeks, and then we started like that. Got the hall, invited people, printed posters, and made some noise around. And we started like that. And then got the delegate of art and culture, the regional delegate of arts and culture. She was impressed that we could have such an initiative in Boya. And then we have some positive comments, which was pushed through. And then we decided to take it again to another level and do regular performances. Like every 2 months, we should have regular performances in Boya. And so since then, ITT has come to stay.
We are slowly moving to the at the end of the first segment of this beautiful show, and I can see you're putting on a T-shirt, IG Theatre Troupe. Is that your logo? Is that your brand?
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
brand.
okay, very, 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 very good. Now, okay, before we go on a break, can you tell us a little bit about ITT? That is. what does ITT stand for? What do you intend to achieve? What's the aims? What are the what's your plan? The whole plan of ITT.
Um, the ideal theatre troupe, um, for the years we've existed and will continue existing, we have one uh, goal we are pursuing: make our actors, make our members earn a living from what they want to do, earn a living from this art. You know, back in the days in school, is bizarre when we are in school or one of the amphitheaters you're rehearsing and somebody comes and like asks you, what are you doing here? We are rehearsing for what? We are PVA students. What is PVA? It's heartbreaking, you know. You feel like you're in the wrong place, and so many people, so many junior ones in school have this conception. I'm doing theater, I'm doing performing and visual art. What will I do till after that? So we want to prove to our junior ones, want to prove to our members, want to prove to our society, and everyone watching us right now that with theater we can earn a living, and that's just what ICT is all about. We want to be able to make our members independent. Be it as an actor, as a technician, you should be able to earn a living from whatever you bring on board to make the group go forward.
Okay, that is really really beautiful there. So I know ITT has I did my research and I know ITT has as I know ITT has as its motto bringing theater to you. So up to you started in 2016 or 2011.
2014.
2014, okay, started in 2014. So from 2014 till now, have you can you really say you have actually succeeded in bringing theater to the people
Yes,
as your slogan
yes,
goes?
yes. Without any doubt, I think we've done a lot, even though not enough.
Okay.
Um, I believe we've been to every part in this region with theater. I've been to several parts of this country. I've been to several parts. The group has been to several parts of this country because of theater. We've been able to represent the Southwest at FENAC, National Festival of Arts and Culture in Yaoundé, because of theater. We've been able to impact lives in through TFD projects in my 17, my 16 toilet through theater. So I think we've done a lot, but it's not enough. And as long as it's life, we'll keep pushing.
Okay. You made a statement. You said TFD projects. You know, we are not thespians, so we don't
Uh,
understand what you mean by. So
well,
when you're speaking this theater palace, you try to break it down for us now, so we
well,
get to understand. You
well,
know, there are a lot of people at home right now writing.
yeah.
Okay.
When you talk about TFD, I talk about theater for development, where
Okay.
it's an approach in theater where we use theater as a tool to sensitize people in our communities. Like we have a community, they have issues of what can I say? Okay, we have the COVID-19 issue, and the government is doing a lot of efforts to sensitize people about COVID-19 issues. But if I go to a community like Kwakwa, people find it difficult to understand the English language and the French language. So
Okay.
what do we have? How do we solve this issue? How do the common man in Kwakwa know that I have to do like this to prevent the
Okay.
COVID-19
Pandemic.
pandemic? So that's where theater comes in. Theater comes in to break that communication between the government, the stakeholders, and the local population, where you break down this message from the government to the local man in a language where they can understand perfectly.
Okay.
So the ICT can decide to go to Kwakwa and do a performance or a sketch in the pidgin language or
Okay.
any language where the people in Kwakwa can easily identify or understand. So that's what we call TFD. It's just a technique in theater where you just go out to sensitize the people about certain things happen around the communities that they can prevent or better handle.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ade Joseph. Mr. J. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Mr. J. I think it's time we take a breather and we'll be right back with the last part of the show. Okay, you're welcome back to the third part of this beautiful show. And we have taken a breather, like I said, and we are right back. And we're going straight away to my favorite part of the show, and you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, right? The guests are always very, very ignorant. The guests are always very, very ignorant about this part of the show, and which makes it really, really fun for me because I get to enjoy myself and really, really laugh a lot. And Mr. G has been serious right from the beginning. Mr. G has been serious right from the beginning. You see him answer questions like TFD, theater, and everything. So this is a time where we're actually going to make him, sweat a little bit on his chair. Now we're going to go straight to the crystal cup, as I like to call it. So this is the cup at the Crystal Beauty Show. Mr. J, are you ready?
Yeah,
You know what the crystal the crystal cup is.
I can see a cup. I don't know.
Okay. He says he can see a cup, but he can see a cup, but he does not
Okay.
understand what is going on here. So we're going to go straight away to the cup, and the rules are as simple as this. Okay, I'll take the cup up and you pick a question, read it aloud so that the viewers can hear what you're being asked to answer, and you answer as honestly as you can. Are you okay? Are you ready? He's laughing.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Let's take the first question. Why you pick the question confidently? Uh-huh. Now it's behind. It's behind. Oh. He's killing the tension. It's interesting. I've not seen that before.
ever acted in anger? What did you do? Oof.
In case you did not hear,
Uh,
the question goes: ever acted in anger? What did you do?
oh, yeah. Several times.
Okay.
Um, I can recall some years back we're actually we're actually rehearsing in the University of Boya, and I can recall asking two girls to do uh, an exercise, and they they were sluggish, and before even thinking twice about it, I just asked them to go, and they were out for about a month. They had nothing to do with the group, and so I think that's one of the instances where I acted in anger.
Read as loud as you can so that the viewers can hear you and you answer as honestly as you can. I like the way he's looking at the questions here. He's first of all trying to kill the tension.
How did you start your arts? Oh, okay.
That's a very easy one. I'm not happy. It's not fair. Cop, why have you forsaken me?
How did I start my arts? How did I start? I think I've explained that before when I lose the election as the president of the UB Trip, and I was voted for the director of the UB Trip, and then that's where everything began, from sketches to a major class project to my project, and then
And
from there we're moving
just
on
one up.
from step to step.
Okay.
So that's just it.
That's okay. That's very, very beautiful.
Uh, the question is unclear. Okay,
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is really
who
fun.
is your crush?
Okay.
Um, who's my crush? Who's my crush?
You're not permitted to lie.
Um, who's my crush? Bisong. She's in Kumba.
Ha! I hope. Wait, that's too vague. How can you just say this song she's in Kumba? It
Uh,
doesn't make any sense.
that's all I can say for now.
That's all you're going to say for now.
Yeah.
Please, I need to go and look for ITT members. I need to make them watch this show so that maybe one of them is going to post who Bisong from Kumba is.
Okay.
But let's move straight away to the next question so as to buy to and the final
Try
one.
to be nice.
Please don't be nice.
No. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, I've not read the question. We don't even know what it says.
Are you in a relationship? What did I say earlier? No. Yeah, no.
No, oh my
No.
god,
Yeah,
oh my god.
no.
Ha! This is the first time I've invited somebody and the person actually says no. People always say yes, but they don't call names. Okay. Thank you very much for you know respecting respecting to what Crystal Cup had to say.
Okay.
Now let's move on to the other segments. Let's move on to the other part of the show. Now I understand that as growing up, everybody has a mentor. Everybody looks up to somebody. Even Jesus himself had to look up to God. Now, can you tell me who is this one person that, from the beginning, you're always like, okay, this person is my father in theater. This person is my mentor. This person is someone I look up to.
Okay, mentor, none, but I believe I look up to some persons,
Okay, to some persons.
and because I have this philosophy that mentor can fail you, and when they fail you, what happens? What happens to you? Are you going to fail as well? But when you look up to someone, you pick an aspect in that person's life or what he does that you can add to yours and make you a better person. So that's just what keeps me going. I do everything to motivate myself. And to the people I look up to Anowin, I look up to Fone Dezama, I look up to Zikoto Chaya Chameni, and Helen Paul of Nigeria.
Now, as a theater director, it shows you're a leader, right? So, what are the difficulties you face throughout your journey as a thespian?
Well, happen to deal with interesting characters.
Okay.
Happen to deal with interesting characters where people find it difficult to understand when you're serious and not. People want you to do what they want at a particular time. You want them to do what you want, so you have to understand all of that. It's challenging to deal with people who have different way of reasoning, different philosophies, different background, and bring them together to reason towards one direction. So that's the greatest challenge, to deal with different people, uh, to bring them to reason the same way. But
Okay.
so far, it's interesting, like I said, because it helps to build you up. It helps to build up your character, your temperament, and all of that.
Okay.
So it's really interesting.
Okay, that's very beautiful. We are gradually finishing this part of the show. So, how can somebody out there get to ITT? Maybe for hire them for a performance. What are their
Uh,
social media handles, and how can we reach out to ITT?
we have a Facebook page. I think that's the most commonest way for somebody to get to us. Our Facebook page, Ideal Theatre Troupe. You can drop us a message there, and then our WhatsApp link is on the Facebook page. You can get to us there. On Instagram is ITTI Ideal 14. You can drop us your message there, and we'll react to it immediately. And I think so for now.
Okay.
That's where people can get us
Thank you
ASAP.
very, very much, Mr. Ade Joseph, for respecting the call or for answering yes to the call of the Crystal Beauty Show. And we are really, really honored that you could make it.
All right. On behalf of the team, we want to thank you for the opportunity. For It's an exposure for us. We are grateful to your team and Crystal Beauty.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. Now, beautiful viewers out there, I'm sure you have learned a lot. You know what now? You now know what theater is. You now know what it entails. You now know the ideal theater troupe, and you now know how to get them. So, for those of you who are watching online, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll be the first person to know when we have a video or another episode. And make sure don't forget to like because it helps us grow too. And thank you very much for staying true to the program. Thank you very much for staying true to the show. And you can follow us on Facebook as the Crystal Beauty Show, rather. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow our shows on YouTube as the Crystal Beauty Show. You can follow us on Instagram as the Crystal Beauty Show, and you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter as the Crystal Beauty Show. Thank you very much for staying true. My name is Tiafak M. Tonka, and I'm signing out.